also. Now, I had several other what I call RBD dreams. That's when you are sleeping, your body does not paralyze itself when it's dreaming, so it tries to enact the dream. And typically, or quite often, there's an injury where the person gets out of bed, falls down, hits his head, maybe strikes his bed partner, does damage to her physically. So it can be quite serious for that fall or for that person to hit another person and cause injury. And a couple of times that I had those dreams, I just lost my train of thought.
Right.
Those dreams were very, very physical, very physical. I could feel myself and my body move and strike and try to block.
But it's all while you're still sleeping, though, right?
It's nighttime, it's dark, my eyes are closed.
Mm.
But in one instance, there was an enemy soldier that I was chasing, and I had to run after him and grab him. Well, I think I saw him in my mind because I didn't see him in my room.
Right.
And I tried to grab him, and I did grab him, but what I grabbed was clothes and hangers that were hanging on the back of a door. So I grabbed that just by mistake.
Mm-hmm.
But all these hangers came tumbling down and fell on my head, and then I woke up,
Right.
turned the light on, sat in the bed, got in the bed, sat down, and just looked around the room for about 10 to 15 minutes and said, what has happened? Something is wrong. Something is very, very wrong. I could have been I could have been hurt very seriously from the coat hangers, punching an eye. And in fact, one of the times when I was injured, I did land on this bone right here, and it was bleeding, beat to band, because I felt pain, had a puddle of blood in my right hand, but I hear head wounds bleed a lot.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of blood. So I stayed in touch with Dr. Perkins, made an appointment with Dr. Pizzoki, still did Google research on RBD and LBD, what was the best things for me to do, getting advice on practical things like power of attorney. I was very concerned about some of this legal stuff, and I don't know why. I mean, it was like, if my life expectancy is going to be maybe 2 to 20 years, don't even concern yourself. Just get on with time, get on with your day, get on with your work, get on with interests that you have not fulfilled. So the journey has sort of been long and painful and exciting and exuberant in a way, because I was finding out something new about myself, and maybe through what I'm doing, we can help somebody else.
Yes.
So just getting the word out. And a lot of people certainly have not heard of RBD or LBD. I think Parkinson's has probably gotten more airtime because of that good-looking
Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox.
I think,
yeah.
And you're right. And I think when we, of course, most in the field knew what LBD was, but I think when Robin Williams, when that came out, that finally gave it some airtime too. But there's still so much education that needs to be done on this.
Oh yeah.
And so I've learned so much just working with you in the past year, and you sharing these things with me is helping me to understand better.
Good.
And so that's why it was so important to have you a part of what we're doing, because education is the key.
Oh, and there are a lot of questions about RBD and LBD and how dementia comes into play, because LBD has a lot of titles. It has D, LBD, there's LBD dementia, LBD Parkinson's, LBD, on and on and on and on. And I think maybe my dementia has sort of gotten a little bit better because I'm reading books, theological books that I can't put down.
Yeah.
So I don't know if dementia is a mild form and will maybe stay the way it is, or if it'll get worse, or if there will be some other adjective that comes in to the LBD, um, that starts affecting me. You know, there were a lot of unknowns.
Yeah.
A lot of unknowns.
And I think that's one of the main reasons for this conference, and bringing in professionals and doctors and people that, because we, like I said, there's so much learning still to do.
Oh,
But to hear you and to hear kind of like what you've experienced, like I said, you and I've talked, you are still working now.
3 days a week.
Um,
And
yeah.
exercise is a big part of that. I'm working at a very nice facility out in RTP called BASF, and they do a lot of research in regards to plants and insects and pesticides. So it's beautiful, beautiful property. And a lot of my time there is in patrolling the buildings, making sure they are secure, locked, nobody can break in. So I do a lot of walking.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked Dr. Bazokia, I said, is it all right to push myself? Because I feel like if I exert myself, I might better myself. She said, no, just walk at the pace you feel comfortable at.
Yeah.
And so that's what I've been doing, but it's really, I think, helped me mentally. The physical activity has helped. But I still get very, very blue, very, very blue on the weekends.
Yeah.